I gotta cover up my nipple. I'm sorry.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's the lover and the
Make
giver.
sure
I
you're
know,
back
right?
good. Make sure you're back good. Her back has been hurting. Um,
Oh, don't ask me what's going on, people. I have no idea. Um, some of you already know. It's been 12 years since my back surgery. Surgery that put me back on my feet. And doctors had said I'd be back in 3 to 5 years, and it's been 12. So God is good. But this week, last week, this week, it has been just like I'm going backwards. And so, a lot of rest. I did actually have to succumb and take some painkillers, which I hate to do. Um, but just keep praying, because I'm praying that it's a temporary, yeah, I know, right? It's a temporary setback, not, a sign of something worse. So right now, yes, my back is fine. Thank you, sweetie pie.
yeah,
And
cover up my nipple.
we're covering up, because the family had something to say about them two fools.
Yeah, being naked on
Naked
social
on
media.
social media. Look at them two fools.
I'm naked, by the way, just to let you know.
The
I'm
crazy, the
really
crazy
naked.
Christians,
Hmm.
the crazy
Crazy
Christians.
Christians, butt naked, crazy
But
Christians.
you know what? I think that if they can call us crazy Christians, so long as they put Christian up in there, I'm pretty okay.
Well,
Because you know what? We have a love of God that's serious. It's not church attendance. It's not a title. It's not as long as they remember we're all about faith. And we have to be some radical people to get you to understand that it's all about faith. I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, because those are the same people who aren't doing anything outside of going to work and coming home and,
Tradition, yeah.
being traditional. So when you see somebody that's untraditional and outside of the church walls worshiping God, it's sort of different to go other places that, Christians do other things that Christians or churches never have done before and never will do. Not because of what God says, but the reaction that you might get out of people. And, when you have somebody that thinks outside of the box versus somebody who thinks inside of the box, we live our lives off of what what people may say instead of what God says. And, if I live my life off of what people say, then I'd be holding God into a box and I wouldn't be listening to what God is telling me to do.
That's true.
And, that's the whole uh, idea of bedroom talk. This is bedroom talk. This is not, you know, this is not, privacy of your own home type, because how would it help anybody else? How would it bring excitement to anybody else's life if I was to keep my own to myself?
Yeah.
Especially with what everybody is going through. There are people that's getting murdered. There are people, that's losing their own lives. There are people who are losing people. There are people who are going through divorces. There are people who are going through being single, the battle of being single. And this might be the time to address um, what was brought to us yesterday as far as
Yeah,
the
we'll get to that. I just want to say, for those watching on the Lover and Giver page, does seem to be some connection issues. If you don't already know, come over to Brandon Chuck Brown. Brandon Chuck Brown, you can see he's not seeming to have any connections like issues like mine is. So, because we have a whole lot of new people following us on Lover and Giver. We got about 6 new people this week, and I appreciate you guys. So, I'll just have to upload this later for you because it seems to be going in and out. So I'm going to kind of finish it. I'll see if I can come back in. But yeah, you know, there was a time, and because I'm I'm older than you, and I've been around a little bit longer. Um, Let me just see if I can. No, see if I can go live. Hold on, people. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask, and obviously my multitasking thing is dying on me.
Well, I
But
love it when you focus. Good God Almighty.
you know what?
You just focus.
Let
When
me
you
see if we
stay
can go
focused
live and see what I'm
on
having.
one thing at a time. Oh, Lord.
If you don't behave, but anyway, we're
You
back
don't
on
know
Lover
her
and Giver.
focus. I mean,
And
she can multitask,
really,
but once she gets on focus and she has a focus to finish something.
you
Good
know what?
God.
You know what? That's all you're allowed to say. And then you just be quiet and get back to the subject. The subject of thinking outside the box. Thank you. Because literally, there was a time when Christians were in the mainstream where you saw them out in public more than you do today. Today, it's sort of like they've been forced back into a building. And you're allowed to say what you want to say inside that building, but you're not allowed to come out into a public arena or a public place and profess your love of Jesus Christ, your love of God, your love of people. And there's a lot of reasons why that's happened. I'm not going to go into all of it. But I do remember a time when there were people standing on street corners and they weren't all considered crackpots. There were people who, you went into a building and the Christians would be singing or praying or doing different things. And so literally, that's what we're doing. We're not doing something that has not been done before. It's unusual now because everyone is accustomed to, well, you got to go into this building with these particular people, and those particular people can't mix with other particular people in another building. And we're just saying, break down all those barriers and those walls. Get rid of them.
I think that's got to do with money, as far as like the churches and things. If you take away from that church, you take away that money, you take away those tithes and offerings and things like that. So the pastor has to, especially with the battle of dealing with the world, they have to find a way to appeal to the people to keep them interested in the church and in the pastor in order to keep that economic growth growing. Does that make any sense?
Because the focus has become on economic growth.
Yeah, and that's
the focus used to be on saving souls. It used to be on transforming lives. And those transformed lives, some of them would stay and some of them would not stay. It was not about that every transformed life now had to be chained to your building. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's
But now that we've gotten, the selfish, this greed,
and
let's call it what it is.
Yeah, greed, and we talk about it all the time.
Now, a person walks into your building and you're already plotting and planning on what they're going to do and how you're going to fit them. And God forbid they should want to leave you in 2 years or 3 years to go somewhere else. And it's become this horribly possessive thing where so many people have bought into it as well. I belong to this church and I'm under this person and I would never leave and I would never. What is God telling you? God may tell you, sit there for 10 years, learn, and then go plant
your own seed.
Your own seed or your own church. And this is why I went to that workshop not too long ago, a couple of months ago. I went to a workshop about church planting and how there's a new movement to not have people sit up underneath you for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Your goal is to get people to come, be fed, be trained, and released. And I'm happy for that movement because every time somebody's released, they're going into a new area and they're bringing the gospel. And isn't that what's more important? Isn't that what's more important? Instead of you just getting bigger and bigger and fatter and more people, and you need more and more staff, and you need more and more space, and you need to get a bigger campus, and we need to focus on building our whole, compound, and it's not focused on making sure those people are whole. So, I just want to tell people, because we started off saying, where are you going to church this morning? Where are you going to church? What is your purpose in the church? What is your role in the church? I'm going to finish again on Lover and Giver. It's just not working this morning, guys. I'll upload it onto the page. But basically, what are you doing? Yes, you're going for your praise and worship. Yes, you're going to get a word. But if you are not being transformed, if you're not growing in maturity, if you're not able to go out and talk to someone else and stand behind your faith and also maybe disciple someone else, you're not growing. And my point is we ought to be growing as Christians.
Yeah.
We ought to be growing as Christians.
But they're growing inside of the church. See,
Are they?
Being a Christian is no, listen.
Go ahead.
They're growing inside of the church with church people. But being a Christian is a lifestyle. So regardless of whether you carry yourself, wherever you carry yourself, wherever you go.
Wherever you go.
Yeah, whether you go to a restaurant, whether you go.
You go to work.
When you
I
go
know
to
some
work,
of y'all go to work and it's like, I'm about to lay down my religion. Well, you got a problem. Because if you're not being the transformative person in that job, then yes, that's all you got is religion. You don't have a relationship. There should not be someone that's going to make you lay down anything. Basically, it's all about you coming in, being a light unto those lost people, seeing them as somebody that Jesus Christ died for and loved so much. And we've got to change our focus. We've become very secluded. We're working in silos. Yesterday we went out to an event, not we talk about church, but yesterday we went out to a community event, 2 different community events. And one was all about including people. One was very much about including people, about growing, being bigger. It was wonderful. And the other one was nice, but I still felt like when we walked through the door,
church.
Yeah, it was like, these are all our people, and so nice of you to stop in. And I love that husband and wife team, but I want people to understand our growth in this generation is going to come because the body of Christ connects to each other, not you belong to this church. I don't believe that's the way. And more I'm getting people are coming to me with the same, God is dropping the same vision into everybody's heart, that you got to come out of the building. You got to get into the community. But sometimes we're trying to take what we did in church and put it into the community. And no, he's saying literally, I need you to not just bring your church members. Mm-hmm. I need you to come on and get in a neighborhood and let these people see you. This is what we've devoted ourselves to do. We were either going to do it in Hidden Valley, but God chose for us to be here in Greer Heights, Greer Town. We live in this community, and we're already planning our first event in this community. Mm-hmm. So the point is that you're going to see us drive up and down, go to the 7-Eleven, go get my gas, go to the Food Line and the Family Dollar, and then you're also going to see that we give back. We just got our prayer cards printed yesterday. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of men that like to stand by that 7-Eleven. Next time I go for coffee, every last one of y'all going to get a prayer card, so that they say, oh, we're the Christians up in the neighborhood. Yeah, we live here too. We're not just coming through on bicycles or coming through walking in a group and a crowd. We live here. And we are that committed to people, mm-hmm. that wherever we live, we're a light. Mm-hmm. And so, where are you going to church? If we have some personal or family commitments, we'll have church right up in here. Yes, we will. There's enough people on the internet that you can get a word. We all know how to turn on some YouTube and get some praise and worship music. Mm-hmm. The point of the matter is that will the Holy Spirit be present? Okay. And when the Lord says, we said it the other day on Friday morning prayer, where 2 or 3 are gathered. He said, I am. Now he used, and I thought that was deep. He said, I am. That's the word, that's the name he gave Moses. Tell him, I am sent you. That's like the Most High God is in the midst when 2 or 3 are gathered. Do you really believe that? So if we can't get out to a building today, and we had some invites, Girl Heights Presbyterian invited us out.
My cousin Candace, our cousin now, since we're married,
Hi, Candace.
invited us to see Pastor May today at 11:45.
He is now bishop, and I will give him that courtesy and that honor. I will give him that courtesy and honor.
Okay, well, Bishop.
I know you're not into titles and names, but
I'm not really into that.
He is a bishop, and it's sort of like, if somebody studied to be a doctor, a medical doctor, and I can now call them doctor, I will.
Well, you can go ahead and do your thing, Tizzle. Ain't nobody stopping you from saying what you want to say.
That's what I said.
Just like you ain't going to stop me from telling the people about your focus. When you focus on something, yeah.
You know what? Get back to the subject.
Oh, yeah. You want me to skip that, though?
Skip it.
But listen, no, I'm not into all them titles. I'm not
into the titles. We know
the cliquish type thing. Being a cliquish. Because I've seen a lot of people hurt from being cliquish, and I got hurt from being cliquish, and I was involved in being cliquish. I tried my best to bring other people to what was going on, but it didn't work out. And so I noticed that after I left that certain clique, that it was no more, like the relationship was over. And I don't want to go through that no more. The only clique that I have right now is God and my focus baby right now. So if I'm involved in a clique, it's my wife, the lover and the giver, single, saved, and serious. But outside of that, I ain't involved.
We don't
in no
even make
titles.
Single, saved, and serious a clique.
No, it's not.
We really don't, because, we never know who's coming. We were saying the other day that there is no membership. We don't tell people you got to sign up and pay us dues and da-da-da-da. We just come into a community or an event or a venue, and we provide for people to have a good meal and some good faith-based ministering. I hate to say performance, because they're not just performing, they're ministering. And that's what we do. And if you come 10 times or you come 3 times, you're still just as welcome. It's not, we haven't seen you for the last 5 meetings and that sort of thing. So, even Single, Saved, and Serious is not a clique. This Christian Lounge Experience is not a clique. It's not
far from being cliquish.
Yeah, it's
I was just saying.
Yeah.
But
I know
you
what
got
you're
a
saying.
point. Yeah, you got a point.
I know what you're saying.
It's far from being cliquish, because we involve everybody. Churches and
different
Christians
churches, different
and
outreach
even
ministries.
people of the world, people who don't even believe in God, we still tell them to come and, feel the Holy Spirit. When they come in and they drink a beer or they might have a shot of liquor, they still feel the Holy Spirit when they come in our environment.
Mm-hmm.
And we go everywhere outside of the church walls. I don't even like I do it if necessary, but the venues that, like the banquet halls and stuff like that.
I don't think we've done one yet.
Yeah, I'm not intrigued into that. I am interested in like going to bars and going to restaurants and things outside of the church walls, to where people can really be themselves and feel free.
And
whether they drink a beer, we don't judge them.
In a public environment.
Yeah, in a public environment, to where we could reach out to the streets. And
And that's true. We have not yet done a closed venue where it's like only our people are going to show up. So you might have somebody wandering and say, hey, what's going on up in here? And we get a chance to talk to them. We get a chance to tell them. And we've had some great stories come out of that, where people have just wandered in and said, wow, I didn't even know this was going on. And this is really, really great. And how often do you do this? And so, the point of the matter is that the world and the public, not just a select group of people because they filled out an invitation, get to come. And that's important. And then the other thing that we do is, and I posted it this morning when I shared about our CLE this evening. We support businesses. These are business people who open up their venue to us, who say, like JoJo did, I want to give back some time. Or, let me give you this time on our calendar, whatever. So I'm over there doing with them lips. You need to stop.
What's turning you on?
Just behave. I'm trying to focus. Remember, focus?
I don't care. I wasn't even paying no attention.
I can tell.
I don't care.
I was like, stop that. But anyway,
Go ahead.
Let me focus. Will you let me focus? But anyway, these are businesses that we support. These are men and women who have poured their life, money, and time into their establishment. And they're trying to make that successful. And we come along and say, look, let us work together. Let's collaborate. And our goal is to bring people to you. Your goal is to make those people want to come back. And that's what we do. That's what we do. And she says, I can't with you too. I'm sorry,
I don't care.
This boy. Anyway.
I've been trying to do some Kim Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, Ray J. Christian experience for a long time and let the world see.
But when she says, I've been there, I know my calling, I'm finally happy. And that's so important. That is so important.
Charlotte talking about she needed
anointed. It was this good morning, you too.
Charlotte.
I need an SSS assignment.
Okay, well,
Weekend
come out
time
tonight.
is now available.
You know what?
Ooh.
Come out now, Charlotte. Come out today at 6:00. We got a surprise for you.
We do? Okay,
yeah.
He got a surprise because I don't know what it is. That's that big
you
of a
know what
surprise.
it is. You just say, "Come on."
I ain't put two and two together.
With Charlotte, what we was going to experience, what we started Charlotte off doing. Hold on, conversation piece. In Concord, I got to scratch my thumb. I'm sorry.
Not only that, you need to sit up because you know how we just get to laying down in bed and he over there with them lips. I'm like, you need to stop. But cut it out. Yeah, please come out. Be serious for a minute. But we need to, come on out and spend some time. And
I got to cover up my nipples, y'all. My mama said I'd be on here half naked, and
naked.
Yeah, but anyway,
just come on out, and but are we going anywhere to church? We might have some family things we need to take care of.
Well, Candace did invite us to see Bishop Amir May
Senior.
Yeah,
because there is a junior.
Yeah. But when Bishop gonna see us, that hurts my feel. Let me tell you something.
No, we're not gonna go there on
no,
that.
I'm
because,
not.
No, first of all, you have not even been formally introduced to the man.
Yes, I have.
Did you go to the church?
Not the church. I met him outside of the church.
I don't care about that.
I met him at IHOP twice.
You want to go? That was way back in the beginning when he first even came here.
No, he been here for about a year or so.
Yeah, but that was way back in the beginning. Nobody knew who he was, and he wasn't even as busy.
Before CNN, yeah.
He was not even as busy as he is now, so you cannot expect that man's going to drop what he's doing. I'm saying, yes, maybe we should go up in the house now, even as a couple, and just be like, hey, how you doing? We're single, saved, and serious. I know the first time I went to the church, he spoke into me so much and said that we would work together. And I believe he was operating in the prophetic, and I accepted what he had to say because he foresaw us becoming a nonprofit. He talked about, you're going to work on a nonprofit. You're going to develop and create a nonprofit. And I thought he was talking about Foodie for Access. Little did I know he would be talking about SSS movement. The thing of it is that I remember what the man said. And so my thing is, it's time for us to go up in the man's house.
So do you want to go today? I'll call my uncle. Mama went out of town, so she went to Florida on the plane. So I had to break up with her before she left. Judy, can't get over the fact that me and my mama's relationship is no longer the same since she left me to go to Florida on a plane.
Lord have mercy.
But
I think you'll survive.
Yeah, I'm surviving. She survived because I broke up with her.
Okay.
She's out of town, so we're taking care of her house, while she's gone. Me, us and Uncle Donnie. Juicy, your cousin, is helping her out while she's gone with her clients. So we're gonna go out there and chill. I mean, we might come to the church. I gotta call Donnie and
You gotta
see what he's
figure out
gonna
what we're
do.
doing with their personal
Yeah, we gotta
life.
see what we're doing with Donnie, and then so that's at 11:45. Let's say we go to Bishop Mays Church, right? Let's say we go there. No, that's my homie, you know that. But but we go to Bishop May, or we go to church. Then we go to Sean Corbett, so I can be up in his face like you. We played basketball together. We played on the team together in Midwood High School representing. And you don't come holler at me or talk trash to him or whatever.
You're gonna talk trash.
Yeah, talk trash to
And
him.
then, so we got a busy day if that's what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
so we might go to church, depending on Donnie, right?
Depending on family.
But
Yeah.
depending
We gotta
on
take care of
Steve.
family,
Steve, yeah, depending on family, because Steve is involved. So Mama's client, Steve. So depending on all of that, I don't know. We'll see. If you see us, you see us. If you don't,
Just
that
tell them we're
just
coming.
means
Just tell them we're coming.
eventually
We're
we
coming,
coming.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I mean, I follow the man every day. I share when he has a deep word or a deep even just comment or post. Because again, I am not about just Jesus. I declare and declare a blessing to you, to your house. Thank you very much. This is the house that God built, and I appreciate what God has done so far in blending the homes and blending the house. We're not up in here like cats and dogs with the kids.
Good Lord, have mercy. Go ahead. Why do you cut yourself off? You're supposed to stay focused on what we're doing. What do you? You stay focused and keep going.
Yeah, you
remember
over
I
there
talked
just
about performance? I'm in my own
nom,
world.
nom,
You ain't
nom.
supposed to be stopping.
Like,
You're supposed to keep going.
I'm gonna keep going.
Perform.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
performing. This
No,
is
you're not
real.
performing
This
with
is
them.
real.
Yeah,
This
that's
is real.
But I'm just saying,
Unscripted.
you got to keep going. You got to keep talking, even if you say something and I say, "Oh Lord," and I'm in a zone, and I say,
you'll go
"Oh,
off in the
thank
zone and try to drag me with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Keep
saying.
moaning
You
like
still
that.
gotta
Anyway.
keep focusing. Enjoy what you're saying while you're
Anyway,
talking.
we were talking about church.
Yeah.
And then other subjects. Now, we were going to get on a subject. And we talked about church. We might be out at Abundant Faith Worship Center with Bishop May this morning. That's the place. If we can get the whole family thing settled, that's where we'll be today. We did get an invite from Scott to Greer Heights Presbyterian. We'll have to make that another time.
Okay.
Make that another time.
The deacon.
Well, I mean, I had already planned. Those are the two
Yeah.
churches in our community.
In the community.
We already went to Antioch, and so the next one was to be Greer Heights Presbyterian.
Yeah.
And that's how we are. We, even though you sometimes don't like to see too many suits, I'm comfortable. Let me be in the body of believers with some good praise and worship music, with some, somebody preaching the word and teaching. I'm at home. I don't know, maybe it was the way I was brought up. We always had a lot of visiting people. We always went to visit. My mother is a PK kid, preacher's kid. So I'm accustomed to being able to be at home and comfortable as long as you're talking about our God, about the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go visit 50 million places and will find myself, if I believe. Now, you go into some churches and you'd be like, if the Spirit was here, it was here like 200 years ago. He ain't come back. There ain't even a residue, and you're like, people are still here, but are they really here? But punches, got to get ready. I know, right? Okay, well, we need to hurry up then and figure out whether we're going to come in. We might be a little late, but we'll see about that. But we were going to talk about another subject because we said, and other subjects. The other day, what happened? We put up about us being selected as a power couple
Yes.
in the Queen City.
Do you think this is the right time to talk about that, though? I think that, as far as
that deserves its own.
Yeah, that deserves its own, because I want the person to really be on here. I might just tag the person. They blocked me from tagging.
Yeah.
But one thing
Because
that...
you tag 50 million people. Even Facebook got tagged. Like, you abusing this tagging thing.
Do you ever get tired of my tags?
I don't get tired of you, period. But
Do
that's
you
a
ever
whole
get tired of
another
my tags?
Subject.
Tag. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject.
We're not going to talk about it.
I want to, but I think we'll talk about it later on today. Let's just do it today, because later on today, or maybe tonight, because we need that title thing. The same person that talks about all of these classes that people need to take when they're married.
You gotta give them some background. They don't understand. I was trying to give them the background. We'll make a whole nother show about it, maybe later on this afternoon. But basically, I had made the announcement that we were selected to be a power couple in the QC in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. And someone said, well, you really need to talk about what? Financial Planning 101. You need to talk about family blending.
Has she ever
101.
been married?
I don't know. And then you need to talk about, there was like 3 different subjects she brought. Oh, premarital counseling. And
Does she have kids?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And you need to talk about all these things, and they don't need to be swept under the rug. And and one, I agree with her. I agree those subjects need to be talked about. But it was the tone in the post was sort of, in the comment, was sort of like, we see you guys talking about, your woes and your your trials and tribulations, and it was sort of like, if you would have gone to these things, you would have avoided woes and trials and tribulation.
Now, how stupid does that sound?
I mean, because I didn't even. Someone else came.
No, I'm asking, how ignorant does that sound?
Well, it got a lot of people who think this way, hon, and that's what we're going to make a whole show about it. Because basically, someone else came to our defense to say, "Hey, what they're doing."
Who's married?
Mm-hmm. Very successfully married.
Okay.
Raising children, one of which is special needs. Mm-hmm. So she said, hey, what they're doing is giving us an unvarnished, transparent, letting us see the good, the bad, the ugly. And they're showing us that if you seek ye first the kingdom of God, all these other things will be added. So I came in and I responded. I said, listen, thank you, 1, for giving us some things that we can talk about. But 2, what they didn't know.
Just got to be nice, don't you?
Because that's just
politically correct.
No, it's called diplomacy.
Go
it's
ahead.
called diplomacy. I learned it from my international mama on how to get along with everybody. But anyway, I said, thank you for giving us some advice. But what she didn't know is that we did talk about those things. And I don't want to give it away, because if you want to make a whole show on it, but I'm going to give you this one thing. When it came to Financial Planning 101, on the first date, this man was talking about where he was with his finances. First date. Most people don't even try to tell you nothing. What are the subjects we don't discuss? Religion and money. Most people don't even want to discuss that. He was open, carte blanche, honest, and that was one of the things that was attractive, was that he didn't try to put out the representative. He didn't try to put out the 30-second infomercial. What he did was say, I suck at saving, and I only make so much. And I was like, okay, wow, how refreshing for someone to flat out tell me, this may be seen as a shortcoming. So we talked about family planning. It was 6 to 9 months before I even got involved with his children on a very deep level, because I was very important about how.
You knew who they were, though.
I knew who they were.
And
they knew.
them.
I mean, I met them the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I met Buck, but at the same time, as being somebody important in their lives, it was 6 to 9 months, because I was very mindful of. I don't want to just go in and out of these children's lives. So the funny thing is, everything she talked about, we did. We just didn't call it 101. It wasn't a workshop. It wasn't a 6-month whatever. But basically what I want to do, and we'll talk about it more on the show, is we're going to address this thing of getting a lot of information before marriage and how much faith you can put in that stuff.
Let me address this, because I don't believe in that, you got to wait a certain amount of time before you have somebody. Mama, listen, I didn't mean to drive. That was incidental, when my nipples started showing. But anyway,
at least they're yours and not mine. Listen, the other day I took a video and I wasn't paying attention, and I'm one of these ladies with the cleavage, and the cleavage was having its way.
You got some huge
and I just, we're not going to sit there. Anyway.
But I was trying to address something.
Go ahead, address.
Hold on.
No, you had a thought. You want to address something before you start talking to your mama.
Yeah. I don't believe in, she knew who the kids were, right? And they've seen each other, they've been around each other, but they weren't close-knit like they were today, because I really don't believe in, you gotta wait a certain amount of time before you introduce people to your kids, because you don't know what type of relationship you may have with, you don't know. I believe, we all know in common sense, and like y'all say, statistics say that women already know who they're going to be involved with, and men already know who they're going to be involved with before they're involved with them. So if you already know that you're not going to be involved with that person and you're not interested in that person, step back. Give it to somebody else so that they can be that man or that woman's family. Mm-hmm. Don't stand in the way if you don't want to introduce them people to your kids and you don't have no interest in those people long term. Let them go. You're wasting your time, period.
Yes, you are.
So I don't believe in that. You got to wait 6 months before I introduce people.
Because that's, what's happening, and we're shaking the thing, something terrible. What's happening is a lot of people are playing games. A lot of people are playing house. They're playing like they're together. Like being together is not the same thing as being together. So, that's why you'll say, well, I wait 6 months.
And then 6 months come, and you still don't get to know the kids.
And you still don't even really get to know the person. Stop flirting so much. I want all of y'all to stop flirting. I mean it. I really, really mean this. I have got too many people who know all the cute lines to say, all the witty banter back and forth, and you're not getting to know that person. You are shaking.
So just stop. I got my daddies in me right now.
I know, right? The little leg just to go.
But just stop wasting people's time. Stop. Because your kids need to see every bit of your life and what you're doing in your life, so that when they get older, they'll know how to maintain. I had to see how my daddy was. I had to see how my mama was in order to take the positive things that they had within their lives and even the negative and turn them around. So the negative things that they were doing growing up, I had to turn it around into positive. I was talking to my family yesterday about, even the Love and to Give a Bedroom talk, when they was talking about coming on social media being naked, and I was like, it's the private things that Mama and Daddy was talking about that, I took beyond and made it public into a public conversation and dialogue. Mm-hmm. Because the political things and, even the arguments or the disagreements that they had behind the scenes didn't help anybody outside of themselves. So nobody could be inspired. And that was way before social media. But now you got social media. Mm-hmm. There's so many marriages and so many singles that's inspired by what we're doing, whether they agree with it or not. Whether they want to do what we're doing or not, whether they're saying, oh, Brandon or that Chuck is just a crazy as a bit. They ain't erased me. They ain't outside of my family, but evidently something's coming out of what we're doing. And just like I said yesterday, if it was a problem with God, he would have stopped it a long time ago.
Well, we've actually been getting some new followers, and I was trying to get over to on my other phone here that wouldn't work before, but get over to some of the new people who, I guess I have no real good internet.
Well, it's fine. The enemy can't stop.
I'm almost there. But the point that I was making is that we've got some people, and I'm not even sure now if this list comes up. Look at these people. Most of them are not our friends. Most of them are not our friends.
And they're reviewed over the page.
They're looking over the page. They're joining. Right? I did boost it because the point of the matter is this is bigger than Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, so...
This is bigger than North Carolina. This is bigger than just your family or my family.
Yes, I know.
This can help other people where we're talking honestly, openly, not scripted, not promoted to do or say a certain thing like most other reality things. They're promoted and pushed to do things. This is just the two of us interacting.
Yeah, no director. Where the director at? Where the cameraman?
If there was a director, he would have been off the doggone program already. But anyway, they'd be like, cut. You can't say that, Brandon. Cut, Brandon. Didn't we tell you can't say that?
I'll say what I want to say.
And that's why we do it this way. But the point of the matter is I have been boosting it to areas outside of Charlotte because, again, if you're saying that this is to help people, well, people need to be helped outside of Charlotte. So the goal is that what we do in being transparent and showing you, here we are, a couple who come from really different walks of life and different kind of things, but we have faith in common. We believe in each other. And yes, sometimes we're going
to... My cousin.
With them doggone lips.
Oh, you...
Brandon is such a clown. Yes, he is. But you know what? Wouldn't you rather spend your life laughing or crying? I chose to spend my life laughing and them lips. Anyway.
What about the tongue?
I'll just stay to the lips.
We're
about to need a director up in here. Cut that scene. But anyway, the thing of it is people laughing at you. You're so crazy. But I'm just saying, guys, let's not waste time. If you feel you need a class, and like I said, we're going to do this. Yeah, I know that's that brown.
No, them browns ain't no, they ain't nothing like that. Them browns, all half of them deleted me anyway. Them Irvins ain't nothing. Now I got the browns.
Maybe it was a combination of Brown and Irvin done created a whole new DNA strain.
Yeah. Now that I agree with, but the browns out of Irvins ain't too cut. We cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, you done what they used to say. You broke the mold.
God, if you notice, Miranda, half of my aunts and uncles, my aunts deleted me. One aunt deleted me. No, two aunts. One on my mama's side and one on my daddy's side deleted me.
The Wilsons are more patient. My sister is still watching us. She got her pastor watching us. They're like crazy people.
The pastor got watching
Pastor us? Moore, Pastor Don Moore of Living Word Chapel.
He watches us?
In upstate New York. Yes, he does. She shares it with him. That's our home away from home. When we go to New York, we got a church home to go to.
We got a little bit of freaky dicky in them, huh?
Well, when you meet him,
we can talk
I don't know if I want them to meet each other. The whole world might tell. I don't know, because he's just as crazy as a bad boy,
too. Put that on Facebook Live.
Yeah, well, when we get up there,
we'll
trying to get him up to the wilderness, and he's not so sure he want to go.
Yeah, I don't want to be around bears and stuff like that.
Well, you're going to have to get over that. Possums and deer and flying turkeys.
No. Even though I got to deal with it when I go see
flying turkeys. When you see these big, bulky birds flying through the air, gobble, 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 you're like, where have I landed? But anyway, it's important to not waste time. She said, no flying turkey.
Girl, I don't even have that influence.
Girl, I heard the gobble, gobble, gobble first thing in the morning. I'm like, oh, we got turkeys. I'm accustomed to them things that walk across the ground, just pecking at whatever. No, I looked out the window and it was the biggest thing
This
ever
up north.
in the air, and not high up either because they can't get their butts that high up. They low to the ground, just skimming. I was like, in the mighty name, if that thing bumped into me, it'd be no more good. Gobble, 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 gobble. Jesus. So yeah, that's where my family is, up in the New York City country, up in the mountains, Catskill Mountains. So anyway,
That's where Tyson grew up at. You know that? Catskill, New York?
Catskill Mountain, yeah.
Catskill, New York. That's where Tyson. He was born in Brooklyn but raised in Catskill.
Jesus, you said, Jesus, take the wheel, honey. And every kind of weird looking bug and spider. I'm like a puff with legs and just stuff. I'm like, oh, see, too much wilderness. And my brother got 5 acres, so he got 5 acres of wilderness. You know, so literally, I'm like, I don't know if the people can hear you. Just a slap, and you need to cut
I'm slapping her butt, cuz. Butt naked, slapping her butt.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Girl,
Stop
you
wasting-
look good. Want you back there?
You know what? No,
I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Please. This is,
I'm sorry.
At least try.
But you know what, though?
What?
The good thing about it is in church, when they talk about, like, when the pastors, if you look at it, when the pastors preach and they start preaching, they start preaching about, they start preaching and they might say, you know, you might be up in the club and it might be like, girl, you look good. Want you back that? Oh, no, but y'all don't feel me, though. Y'all don't feel me. You know how them pastors
Yeah,
be
I know, right?
up in church. Oh,
You got
y'all act
Miranda
like y'all
laughing.
forgot.
Miranda already going, cut. I'm telling you.
But,
Woo, totally unscripted. But she's like, next time shoot it. Honey, the hunters come across the property. It's all right if we walk across we going up in the mountain, shoot you. Honey, there's more guns up in there. Lord have mercy. And boom, and anyway, that's
talking
why
about hunting.
that's why I'm down here. Okay, Judy lives down here to get away from that old crazy mountain country life. Can't do it. Couldn't do it.
Well,
But
why
anyway,
you want to take me there? You want to get me shot
I'm
up?
just
and-
trying to get you to see my family.
No, you got some type of good. I ain't got no insurance. We can do everything with 2 years.
I'm not leaving you in no
Go
ditch.
right
Don't worry
ahead.
about it. You coming
Yeah.
back home.
Go right ahead. What happened to Brandon? Or what happened to Chuck? Where Chuck
I have
at?
no idea. He went
Yeah,
walking in the
I have no
wilderness one
idea.
day.
He's gone.
And
Be at the
he
funeral.
come back.
My baby gone.
You know what?
And then people coming, yeah, he's gone. But inside, thank you, Jesus,
You know
he's
what?
gone.
But see, that wouldn't be me. Judy would be prostrate. They'd have to hospitalize me. So anyway, what we were saying
Nah, come
was,
back in the spirit while you
you better come back in the
bed.
spirit. Anyway, just don't waste people's time. Don't waste people's time. If you're not interested in them, if you're not interested in, she said, plucked up by a flying turkey, girl. Who? No, we got the hawks and the eagles and every other thing up in there too. It's just too much wilderness. Opossums and deer
Got them
and.
going about the country.
I'll never forget. Now, this is years ago because it don't happen too much now. They kind of built up a little bit more. But one time my brother came out to get the car warmed up, and there was a ye old mountain lion up underneath the car trying to stay warm. No. Anyway, I like that though. She said plucked up by a flying turkey. But anyway, what we were saying was yes, those things are important. All those subjects are important, and you need to be bringing them up while you're dating. But you don't really need a class. You just need to be serious. What is it called? Single, saved, and serious. You need to be serious about that you're going to be dating somebody. Y'all sitting there going to every great restaurant, the wine vaults, and the free concerts, and y'all done went on a cruise together. Y'all done went on one of them little what they call them, timeshare things, just so y'all can get away. But you know no more about this person. You know no more about their finances. If you're serious and intentional, those conversations should be happening.
Yeah, the world is so tight up on, we're just friends and all of
I'm
that.
just
Well,
talking to him.
if
Yeah.
you're friends
Just
and you're
talking to her.
talking, don't lay in the bed with them. And I said that when I was single.
Thank you.
You know, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I feel free today for some reason. I don't know if it's because I'm naked or what, but I feel free. You know, if you feel like playing, play with yourself. Period. You know, even when I didn't feel like playing, I played with myself. My daddy always said to the kids.
We
when
always
we were
got to hear
kids,
about your daddy.
no,
and
because
this
that's my
line.
excuse that I gotta, you know, he's no longer here to defend himself. So in the physical, so you know, I feel that I could say this with freely. Daddy always said that, you know, when you play with yourself, it's the key
To success.
to success.
Here we go. Poor Vanessa done fell out. You done had the people fall out. Pass out, Lord. Here. Oh my. Yes, this is what I deal with 24/7.
Yes, play with yourself. You know, and you know,
I'm just going cut.
yeah, that's all you gotta do. Just play with yourself if you feel like playing.
I'm serious.
You know, you don't hurt.
We'd
You're not
have to
hurting
hire
nobody.
a new director every show to
You're
be like,
not,
no, I ain't
but
dealing with this crazy man.
You ain't
He
hurting
don't listen
yourself.
to me. I'm telling him cut.
You're not. I mean, but seriously, who are you hurting?
Nobody.
Okay, you're not hurting nobody. There's no feelings involved outside of you. You know, when you're lonely.
Well, you know what? That's a whole nother subject too. We're gonna do that. We'll have to talk about
With masturbation.
We're gonna have a masturbation show. We are going to have a masturbation show.
Is it cool
because
to masturbate?
we're gonna have to talk about the
Well,
different
since you backed me up
trials and the
tribulations.
different tribulations and the tests with it. Because there's some people
I'm excited.
who fought. I know you will
I'm
be.
excited.
Lord have mercy.
No, I'm serious. If you back me up on that, like you ain't gotta agree with me, but if you're open to having a whole show
We're gonna
about
have a conversation.
masturbation
We're
or
gonna
a
have to.
conversation,
'Cause this comes
I'm
up.
ready to do it. Wait, I'm ready
No,
to do
we
it.
got to take care of the family and see about going to
No,
church.
I'm ready to do it after the church. We'll do it tonight.
We got
Is it
conversation
cool
piece
to
and
yeah,
CLE. We got
we
Christian
can even
Lounge.
do it at the
We
conversation.
are not
piece.
doing it at the conversation.
No, because we need to talk about it. People need to start
There will be no.
masturbating.
Yeah, we got microphones. I could just see people walking up to people. What do
Do
you
you
think
masturbate?
about masturbation?
Masturbation is the key to
How do you?
success.
Yes.
You need
How do
to
you feel about that?
masturbate.
No, we're not.
It's
doing
better than my thing is it's better than what she say?
that. She said,
Oh,
"Have I talked to?" Not. She said, "No, Brandon, stop."
no, because you got to look at it. You're not hurting anybody when you do it. You look at it. You're not wedlock, no fornication. You know, you're not getting. You're not. You know, nobody's leaving
Save
you
it.
on.
Save it
Yeah.
for another show. Because we said other subjects, so we
They
got a couple of.
You're gonna try to. I don't know how to explain it because, you know, I don't want the old people to have a heart attack.
We might have to put a disclaimer on this one. Adult conversation only
adult
on that
conversation
one.
only.
On that
'Cause them
subject.
people,
But-
Chuck, what are you doing, man? I can hear one of them. I can hear about 30 phone calls. You don't say that on social media. They already think you crazy and you smoking something or
Oh,
something.
Lord, and he's not. He doesn't smoke anything. This is just
No, I'm
natural.
talking about you. They think that you smoking too.
well, no, I'm
Because
not.
you put up with me. They like you following me up. Like you be following me up. You know my kid and I'm talking about you following me up. She ain't been smoking that weed. Has she? She tried. Like, yeah, she ain't been smoking no weed.
No.
But, you know,
No, but it's a subject, and we'll talk about that. So there's about 2 or 3 subjects: workshops, classes before marriage. What do you really need? Masturbation show. What else? What else we gonna talk about?
I don't know. I'm excited about the masturbation.
I'm gonna go back to a dating while Christian show because you know people are
And
starting to feel.
but you know what?
like
You can include that in masturbation.
I know.
You
I
can
know.
talk about dating while Christian.
dating while Christian
Masturbating.
because no, the masturbation show gonna be a whole big old word, masturbation. And anyway, but the dating while
but we
Christian
got
is important
kids. Do
because
we have any kids? Yeah.
we got some kids on our line. I told you there's going to be a disclaimer. This is an adult conversation. Get off of here if you're under 21.
But see, we can see who comes on here so we
yeah.
can talk.
But I want to talk about dating while Christian because a lot of people feel with the love and the giver that we're moving away from single, saved, and serious. And single, saved, and serious is the basis of everything else that has come out of that. So we got to talk some more about dating while Christian because we still have a lot of single friends out there who, look at us and say, okay, you found somebody, get out of our way. And, what are we supposed to still do? And we got
masturbate.
Got a lot of friends that are hurt. And, so we got a couple of subjects we're going to talk about. We're going to go ahead and get off of here, get some breakfast so we can get it to church.
You cooking or we're going to go get some?
Listen to this man talking about we cooking. What do you really like me to cook? I got bacon. Did I buy sausages? I don't think I bought any sausages.
You ain't got to buy no sausage now. You ain't got to buy no sausage. I'm just saying, no, just,
What am I going
some
to do
people eat with
you?
pork and some people don't, but we need to go to church because I'm,
look, now she said you off the chain too. That's why we got married. No. We were having such a good time. We decided to do this for the rest of our life. This is us dating. Conversation go to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I just decided it didn't make sense for you.
We used to go to sleep on the phone.
We would go to sleep on the phone. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? It seemed like so far away.
I can't remember. That was every night.
Every night. I had friends call me up. You sleep with your man every single night on the phone? Yes, I do. Every night. Him snoring, me snoring. Wake up in the morning. How you doing? Good morning. You're on the phone. So this is just what we did. And we just decided, hey, we're going to do this. But yeah, I'm cuckoo paduka too. If you meet my family, they're like,
she's psycho. If you think I'm crazy, she's psycho.
And my sister be like, yeah, that's the one in the family. You got one. So
she gonna go
we
back
were
and
made
tell,
for each other. No, huh?
She gonna go back and tell the people of Florence, oh, Judy, crazy. I can hear it now. You Brandon. They call me Brandon, something that just met me. But Brandon and Judy, you go on their page, they naked and everything, just talking and talking about Christianity and talking about God. I can't believe people.
And the next minute they talking about that. They won't even say it.
They talking about masturbation.
That thing.
Yeah, they talking about jacking off.
That little nasty thing y'all doing.
Yeah, y'all
gonna go blind.
What
anyway.
y'all doing? Shame the devil. Mine's gonna be like Mary Lou and Annie Mae gonna be like, oh my God, I need to call Connie about this.
No, I'm coming. What?
Yo, they coming to North Carolina.
All right, now, come on. If I'm trying to get my family to come down here so I can have them around. Because, of course, if trust and believe, if my mama and daddy were alive, they would be saying the same thing.
They got so many opportunities to come to Charlotte because we always doing something. Mm-hmm. And one thing about us is we don't invite, like when we invite at a widespread. It's no privacy. Oh, I just want a private 40th birthday party. All of that stuff. No. Everybody's included.
In fact, for my birthday coming up, where are we going? We're going to be a seafood connection with Nuff Said. That's going to be my little birthday thing. So I need all of y'all to, it's just my husband is laughing, cracking up.
Yeah, but you want them to come there?
I want them to come, fill up that place. I'm going to make an event with it. And we're going to be supporting Seafood Connection. We're going to be supporting Nuff Said. We're going to be supporting King and Spicy. And that's where we can all have a good time.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to see what's going on because remember he's putting on a show, so I'm gonna let him know that's celebrate my birthday.
You know what? Yeah, we do need to reach out to him and be like, "It is your birthday.
It's my birthday,"
and he gonna have some ton of jokes.
That's okay. I want to laugh. I need to laugh. Let him go ahead and laugh, and I'll eat some seafood and be the happiest person on the planet.
If y'all don't know, man, go to Nuff Said. There are two people that I really, really back up. I support, period. And that's Nuff Said, the ultimate host. Go to his page and Fly Tie on there.
Fly Tie on there.
Yeah, go to their pages. I really support them. They really support us.
Miranda, I'll get you the information because I would love for everybody to come out and just have a
bring
good time.
Florence. No, bring Florence to bring all the cousins, your two sisters, you know, everybody to her birthday bash at the Seafood Connection. It's all seafood, shrimp,
Oh my
all you
goodness.
can eat,
Seafood
everything,
salad.
seafood salad,
Ooh, them crab legs,
everything.
everything. I mean, it's
So,
not the cheapest thing. I have to be honest. It's
but
not
they
the
got
cheapest thing.
varieties,
But they
just
got a
like
variety. You don't
conversation
have to
piece.
have everything. This is just for my birthday. This came up, and I said, you know what? We do this. We celebrate our birthday so publicly.
Yeah,
We barely ever have a private little gathering and, limited and
it wouldn't
exclusive.
be fun.
That sure wouldn't be fun.
It wouldn't be fun. I mean, how is everybody else supposed to enjoy you? You know, I don't like corporate America. You know, I don't like that corporate type style. You know, I'm a private person. Well, I'm gonna make you public. Don't tell me your business because I'm gonna tell
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, that's probably every other family knows that. And on that note, we are
I'm slapping it.
You are not. You're hitting my hand
So
right
what we
now.
gonna? Yeah, I know because you're covering it up. But look, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna go to church and act the monkey, or we gonna make the phone call to see what's going on at Mama's house first?
We're going to do that first. We're going to take care of family first.
Take care of family
And then we
first.
go out and see if we can just be there for the word. That's fine. We'll be there for the word. And then we've got that event raising some funds, right? Fundraiser.
Yeah, Sean Court, what's it called? Stop covering up my nipples. My mama's having fun in Fort Lauderdale. But no, seriously, what's the name of those?
I got to go find it. Go ahead and
Sean
keep talking.
Corbett, me and Sean Corbett played the Lucky Spot. We played basketball together in high school at Midwood High School. So he's having an event, Stop the Killing, right? And it's like a peace rally.
It's like a peace rally.
Yeah, it's a
For some
peace
reason now I
rally
can't find
over
it,
there
but
on Tryon. Lucky Spot is right there on Tryon. I ain't even never known his name was Lucky. We used to call him Sean in high school. You know, just like he didn't know my name was Brandon. They used to call me Chuck. You know, all of my teachers and stuff never called me Brandon throughout my career of school.
Really?
Never. I ain't never heard the name Brandon in my whole life until I got grown. And you people who...
You people?
Yeah, you people.
Here it is.
You
Here. I don't know if
included.
you can see it.
A call for peace. Block
be
party.
backwards, I
Block
think.
party.
Yeah, see.
I say block party.
Here, do this. Do this.
Block party. Oh yeah.
Anyway, there's free food. The man gonna come. It's called Call for Peace Block Party, Sunday, July 9th, 4 to 7. We'll be there in the beginning because then we have to run out for our Christian Lounge experience, but we'll be there to start it. And, look at all the dirty clothes piled up. Anyway.
Well, this is unedited.
Yeah, completely.
You know, why don't you see my underwear? You see your pants?
Actually, those are clean clothes. I don't feel so bad. They just need to be folded
Those
up.
ain't clean clothes.
Yes,
huh?
they are clean clothes.
Well, where the dirty clothes?
Right there in the smaller corner in the corner.
On the floor.
Honey, I keep up. This man creates laundry like he's exhaling it, like pile of laundry, pile of laundry. I'm like, oh, no. Judy is not drowning under mounds of laundry. So I do laundry about 2-3 times a week. And by the weekend, I'm not doing any because we got so much running. And you have 2 baskets full of clean clothes.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get
But
out
anyway,
of
they're
here.
talking about job fair, hear from the community activists and more, entertainment. So come on out. You know, it's about the peace in the community. And we are connecting with so many people who are about connecting people. I mean, this is just like the battle cry that we have. It's connecting people, making it about peace, making people feel supported. And so we'll be there. We'll be there for a minute.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'm gonna go ahead
In the
and
beginning.
support Lucky and Dana Sidbury, and because she manages Lucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
See, I would love for you to have a manager, but they would quit after like the first 24 hours.
I mean, I ask her whether she's willing to manage me.
You can barely be managed.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I wanted you to manage me at the beginning. I was trying to.
And you
get
see how
to
far
be
I've gotten
managed.
with that? Because you're just about as crazy as a
You
bedbug.
fell in love with me.
I
and-
fell in love with you, though.
Yeah, you couldn't get enough of this excitement. I guess you felt that this morning. Good God Almighty.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to get off of here and get ready for church.
My Lord. Thank you, Jesus,
and we
in the
love
mighty
you.
name. I mean, whoa, when you focus on that thing,
we love you.
You just focus, and
Are you
your
gonna say the
eyes
rest of
just,
the
my eyes, I'm just in a zone,
oh my
but
gosh.
God loves you more.